Guys, Waldo TV here. Welcome back to another video. In today's video, I want to talk about a topic that I saw on Twitter between Asmund and a guy called Antis and JD. I initially got into this Twitter post that I saw because I read about it, and I kind of want to give my take on it, and I actually ask you guys what do you guys think of it? But let's get into it. We're gonna watch Asmund's take on how to fix WoW according to him, and then I will give my initial thoughts and we'll read some of the comments going forward.
As I said, here's how to fix WoW. Reset everybody's spells, and then remake every class with like 10 spells or less. Number one. Number two, remove all raiding difficulties except for 40-man raids. And then make 40-man raids of the relative same difficulty as like Old War hard modes. Make them easier and make it to where there's way more people. Number three, remove all add-ons with no exceptions. That's about it, actually. That's actually what I think. Except details, especially details.
To be completely honest with you guys, I necessarily don't agree with one of the takes that has been put out, that is with the 40-man raids. I think 40-man raids are a bad idea. From the comments that I read and everything, like, no one wants 40-man raids. And I, especially me as a player as well, I don't want 40-man raids. The issue with 40-man raids is it's a ton of people that you need to get into the raid. And if you're not in a really good organized guild or group or whatever, you will not fill a 40-man raid. That's why they scaled it down to 25 man, and you have 10 mans as well, because it's just easier to get people into those groups. Other thing that I can get in line with and that I could agree with Asmund is remove all add-ons. I think add-ons should be removed from the game, just because like some add-ons do carry people through fights, and I know a lot of people are probably going to disagree with me, but I don't think details is also a good add-on. I know it shows like how much damage you're doing for the fight, but if some people can't do that amount of damage you're doing with not doing the proper rotation, then they're probably going to get kicked out of the group because they're not doing enough damage. But I can say that maybe someone knows the tactics but doesn't know how to do good enough damage. That's still, you can still keep them around. And then the ability prune with like 10 spells less, I could see in a world where that works, where you have 10 spells or less, like how Plunderstorm has 7. I could see that because it makes the game easier for people to get into, where it's not overwhelming for new people to get into the game. Essentially, you want casuals in your game. You want the casual audience. They're the biggest player base in your game, instead of the top 1% of mythic guilds clearing content. And I think mythic difficulty should have been removed, because again, I'm fine with two difficulties being normal mode and heroic. I was fine with those. And I don't know too much about Dragonfly's raiding scene, because I don't necessarily raid in the expansions. I normally do PvP, but I played more Wrath, as you guys saw on this channel. I played a ton of Wrath, and I liked raiding for PvE gear to make me good in PvP. That was also a good addition to it. I would love for them if they don't split PvE and PvP anymore and just make it the same again. But again, you guys might disagree with me, but mostly in those comments, people said that 40-man raids is a bad idea, and I kind of agree with them, because 40-man raids are so hard to set up. So I don't agree with the whole 40-man. Even like Ashran back then, I didn't like it because it was too many people, but that you can go in and do. That was fun. But like, I think 40-man raids would be that difficult to set up because you are not in a proper guild and you're not um in a well-organized group. And like, most people don't know that many people in WoW. Like, I could see streamers and big streamers like filling a group easily, but yeah, for the normal casual player, that is not a streamer or is not like an influencer of any sort, you will not fill a 40-man raid on your own. It will be super hard, and I think that 40-man raid shouldn't be a thing. But the pruning of spells that I can see and add-ons should be removed. I can get down with that. Tell me in the comments, guys, if you guys do agree with Asm's take. Do you guys agree with the pruning of abilities, the 40-man raids, and the removal of add-ons? If you guys like what you saw, please like, comment. I would really appreciate it. And yeah, let me down below what you guys think. Peace.